recording both. Let's clap it in. Today we're focusing on, I have this idea for an animation I want to do. I'm just going to quickly walk you through what I'm doing as I'm doing it, and hopefully you can utilize that in your workflow. We're going to be working mainly in Photoshop and some Generative Fill. Maybe we'll dip over into Adobe Firefly. Let's get nice and comfy here. Oh, my coffee's gone. Well, we're gonna have to do what we can without the coffee. Open up Photoshop, go to new file, 1920 by 1080, since this is for YouTube. First things first, we're gonna go to Google Images. We'll get back to you later, Epidemic Sound. Link in the description. These are obviously just all fair use public domain. I save everything in the same folder. Well, we'll just fix it with Generative Fill if we don't get it. Okay, that one's good. I want to get the whole gaggle. Gross. Get your shirt on, dude. He's hilarious, dude. This is perfect. File, open. Let's start working on Joe on your computer. So we're going to open that in Photoshop. We're going to grab the image and we're going to just simply drag and drop it into our project folder. We're going to right click on the Joe layer and we're going to do convert to smart object. That way, if we make it smaller and then make it bigger again, we're not going to lose any quality on it. If you're missing your contextual task bar, that little bar that I had right there, just go up to Windows and down to contextual task bar. You can do your generative fill stuff from this taskbar right here, or you can always go over to edit down to generative fill, which is right here. I'm going to basically do everything from the contextual taskbar right here. I'm probably going to be saying contextual taskbar a lot, so get used to it. So we're clicked on our layer. We're going to go up here to the contextual taskbar and we're going to hit select subject. Okay, that's a perfect outline of what we want here. Undo. Let's deselect. You don't even have to do select subject. We've checked the contextual taskbar up here. You can do select subject, you can do remove background. I hit the wrong one. This time we're gonna hit the right one. We're just gonna go remove background and it's just gonna go blam, background gone. See, that's pretty much perfect. So we've already made it into a smart object. We're on the move tool here. You can, whoops, make sure you're clicked on the layer. So now we can move him around. We can put him dead center here. We're gonna hold shift and click on one of these little boxes here. And we're gonna make him about 30% of the size he was before. He can be a little bit bigger. He's kind of the main star of the animation, I think. Actually, it needs to be a little bit smaller than that. Rectangular Marquee tool. Just kind of highlight that lower part where you think his legs might be. Click Generative Fill. Add legs. Oh God, that's kind of sick, actually. He's way more muscular than that, but this is not for realism. So over on the right-hand side here, you're gonna see 3 options once you do your generative fill. That's so sick. This is so... Okay, let's try this again. Let's try add obscenely muscular legs. Go for it. Hit generate. Oh gosh, these are bad. You know what? Let's try something else. Let's do generative fill. Add a podcasting desk. Dude, no. Hit Control Z a couple times, back up. Let's just try something else. Add legs. That's better. Okay. Okay, that one's... Oh, the feet look atrocious. Let's just hit generate again. Body position. I might have to use a different picture. Dude, these are bad. Okay, let's use a different picture. That's absolute fail. Okay, that's probably going to be easier to work with. He's in a more neutral position. We're going to pull that layer up and drop it into our main project. Right click, convert to smart object, so it doesn't lose quality when you change the size. Hold shift, pull up on one of the squares. Let's put him about right there. Rectangular Marquee tool, and put kind of where the rest of his body would be. Hit generative fill and just click generate. Okay, all right, we're getting there. That's the one I want. So here's a hot tip for you. You always got to merge layers, otherwise generative fill is going to get super confused. So this is the way I like to do it. Click on the layer you brought in, hold shift, click on the generative fill layer that you want. We've got our selection made, right click, and we're going to go merge layers. And so now those two are together as one when I turn visibility on and off. I don't know if I need to make this into a smart object or not, but I'm going to, just in case it affects quality. We're going to click the move tool again, hold shift and resize it down to about right there. And let's do the same thing again. Let's create his legs. Just do like that. And we're going to hit generative fill and we're just going to hit generate. Let's see. Let's hit generate again over here on the right-hand side. What do they do with this package there? Good Lord. No, that one looks like a nerd. Okay, that one looks kind of cool. That doesn't look right. Okay, this brown one is the best so far, so we're going to click on that over here. That's our choice. And then we're going to hold shift and click on the other layer, right click, merge layers. So now those are all one. Click on move. Again, we're going to hold shift and bring this box up right here. Well, let's do lasso tool. Do that where I think his feet might be. And we're gonna do generative fill and hit generate. No, it just keeps extending the legs. So let's do Control Z twice to back up. So let's just do deselect. We're gonna have to add the prompt this time. Click generative fill and we'll do add his shoes. Click generate. That's terrible. No. Oof. It's getting closer. Let's hit generate again. Okay, that one's good. Okay, great. Merge those two layers. Boom. It's all one. Let's do lasso tool and generative fill. Generate. Let's do lasso around the other one. Make the shoe match the other shoe. No. Control Z twice. Deselect. Let's do elliptical marquee tool. Highlight the shoes. Make his shoes match. It just keeps making him taller and taller. Why doesn't it finish the shoes? Okay, let's try lasso. Generative fill, generate. Don't extend the shoe again. Okay, good. Same thing on this one. No, deselect. Okay, generative fill, generate. Okay, that's fine. That's good enough. So all those layers that we just made, we're gonna shift and highlight all those. Right click. Again, you know what we're gonna do. Merge layers. Okay, so now all of that is one. Now what we want to do is select subject in the contextual taskbar. Hopefully it makes a good selection. So we've got our full image here. We've got our contextual taskbar here. You want to do remove background. It'll do an excellent job, I'm sure of it. Perfect. Okay, it's not perfect, but the shoes are messed up, but he's going to be a lot smaller than this anyway. So, okay, holding shift to move around the canvas. And as you can see here, we've done select subject. We can do subtract from mask or add to mask in the contextual taskbar right here. Let's do subtract from mask. Anyway, reduce the size of your selection. We'll just call it the parentheses button for now. And we're going to get rid of some of this weird stuff here. Once I resize this, you won't even be able to tell. We're going to scroll up on the mouse wheel, hold shift to move around. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. That. This shoe's a little bit too big, but it doesn't really matter. So we've got our complete Joe pick. What we want to do is export this as a PNG. We'll do file, export as, export, begin a new project, new, 1920 by 1080, file, open, and we're going to go over to, let's do Theo Von next. Theo, so pull him over from the layers over into the new project we just created, drop it down. Okay, this is a good quality image. Hit move. And once again, we're going to always convert to smart objects so we can resize freely. We're going to hold shift and we're going to pull down on one of these squares to resize it to about the size we need. Scrolling up on the mouse wheel, holding shift to move around the canvas. And we're going to need to add a little bit on the top of his head there, it looks like. So let's make him smaller so he's roughly the same size as Joe was. We've got our Theo here. Let's do the lasso tool. Let's finish up the top of his head here. And we're going to do generative fill and generate. Okay, not bad, not bad. His hairline is actually way better than that. He always says his hairline is constantly moving forward. Click on that layer, shift click the other layer, right click, and we're gonna go merge layers, obviously. So now it's all one. This should be interesting. We'll see what it does for the rest of his body. Rectangular marquee tool. Let's just do this whole area right here. Hit generative fill, hit generate. Okay, he doesn't drink though. That's the one right there. Okay, so hit that layer. Ooh, his hand's janky though. Let's do generate. He looks like such a little angel. He's so funny, it's insane. No, none of these are the vibe. Let's do one more generate. Getting there. That one's cool. What's he standing in front of though? No, what the heck is with the hands here? Oh my God. Okay, that's gonna have to be the one right there. Shift click those two layers together, right click. We're gonna go merge layers, so it's all one. Right click, convert to smart object. We're gonna go move tool, hold shift and pull up on one of these squares so we can finish our image. About right there. Let's do the rectangular marquee tool and put approximately where we think the rest of his feet will be. Hit generate, hit generate. Okay. See, it always wants to make it go. What the heck? Okay, let's just do this. Let's merge those two together. Merge layers. Let's do, again, the rectangular marquee tool. Generate. Add his feet. Add his shoes. No? Why does it just keep extending it down and down and down? Okay, let's merge those two together. Right click. Merge layers. We're going to hold shift, bring it down a little bit. Now let's see if it'll finish the shoes. Just hit generate. No. Control Z, Control Z. Let's deselect that and let's try elliptical marquee tool, generative fill, finish his shoes. What? Nope, let's get rid of that. Just delete it. So let's click on all of our stuff that's already been merged together. We're gonna hit remove background. Let's see what it does on this one. Okay, let's try subtract from mask. Scrolling on the mouse wheel, holding shift. Let's just kind of, oh my gosh. Let's just kind of finesse it a little bit by taking a little bit off the mask. Okay, that's gonna be it for Theo. File, export as, start a new project, file, new, 1920 by 1080, file, open, Shane, double click that. We're gonna pull it into the project we just made, plop it down. We're gonna go right click, convert to smart object, move tool, hold shift, move him around the canvas here. So he's a smart object, so shift, pull up on one of the squares. This one's better coloring, so you can make sure we have that layer active. We're gonna go, let's add his shoes. Let's try the lasso tool this time, see if that works any better. Just kind of do like this, a rough shape. We're gonna generative fill, hit generate. Not bad. That one's a little more flattering. So let's select those two layers. Shift, select the second layer, right click, merge layers. Now it's all one. Convert to smart object. Now we're gonna go move tool, hold shift again, and we're gonna pull up on one of these squares. Let's do about right here. Elliptical marquee tool, select the rest of his legs. Here, we'll go generative fill, hit generate. Okay, that's the best one so far. It's the colors, guys, it's the colors. You have to have dynamic colors. Okay, let's choose this one right here. Let's merge those two together. We'll do, select this so it can finish the bottom of his shoe. Generative fill, generate. There we go! That was the best one so far. Click our layer, then shift click the other layer, and we're gonna go right click, merge layers. Now we wanted, that's all one piece now. Okay, let's just try select and mask. Object selection tool, grab his whole body, rough rectangle around him. Okay, there we go. So we just had to use the marquee tool. So we've got our selection here. I think that's gonna be good enough. Okay, holding space to move around. We're gonna do quick selection tool this time. We're gonna hold Alt, get rid of that stuff, get rid of all that, get rid of that, get rid of that. We're getting closer. Okay, that's what I was worried about. I don't know what to do here. Okay, let's just do this. Let's do select and add to mask. Okay, let's do subtract from mask, get rid of some of these artifacts here, get rid of all that. Here, this is easier. We're subtracting from the mask using the contextual task bar, and we're just kind of erasing that stuff. All the weird little artifacts here. Grabbing this stuff off the side here. Whoops. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, it's still got some weird artifacty stuff here, but we can just kind of smooth that out. We'll just do our best here. It's going to be a lot smaller, so you're not going to be able to tell anyway, but get rid of all that weird artifacty stuff. Technology, you guys, is not quite there. I just want to do a fun project with, oh no, but the mic, okay, no, we can do add to mask. See how his microphone is gone? We're going to add that back into the mask. I'm going to fix his hair up a little bit here. Add that all to mask. He's so funny. Okay, make that a little smaller. Let's add a little bit more here. Subtract from mask and subtract a little bit of the side stuff here. And let's subtract some of this weird stuff here. It's a little bit too, whoops. Control Z to fix your mistake. Anyway, let's just take out a little bit more of that. No, that's not quite right. Okay, that's good. A little bit more off the foot here. That's gonna be good enough. File, export as Shane, final. Okay, let's start a new project. File, new, 1920 by 1080. So we've got our three boys here, open, and we've got Shane final, Joe final, and Theo final. Okay, he's there. Hit move, let's slide him over to the left-hand side. File, open. Let's do Theo next. Do them in the same order. Grab him from the layer that just opened and plop him down into our project. See, I didn't have him quite the same size, but that's okay for now. File, open, and we're gonna do Shane, final. Pull him over into the project we're working on right now. Whoops, where's my boys here? Hang on, let's get rid of that guy. Get rid of that guy. Good. Okay, there's the one we want. And we've got Shane. So let's bring Shane into the project as well. Okay. All right, so we're going to hold Control to select our Joe, hold Control to select Theo, let's flip, or does it look better? Wanted poster. There we go. Photoshop, file, open. Okay, now let's stretch that. Don't hold shift so you can change ratios. Okay, bring that down to the bottom layer. And here's the boys right here. Let's click on Joe, hold shift to bring him down to size, move tool, Control, click. Hold shift to bring them down to size. Move tool, control click, hold shift, bring him down to size. Okay, we're gonna make him stand kind of in a nice area. Let's make him a little bit bigger. Holding shift. Okay, let's add right click on Joe, blending options. Let's do drop shadow. Not red, we want black. And change the angle, size it up a little bit, bring the opacity down a little bit. That looks pretty good. And then click on Theo, right click, blending options. Drop shadow will be the same. Click on the wanted poster, go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. And that's it, that's our project. I wanted to do like a wanted poster, like as if Cat Williams was like, I want to get these guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit like. Bye.